What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Locked Up 365. Today we're going to be talking about rich jail versus broke jail. Now there's a few different ways you can take that, and that is the jail rich or broke, or are you rich and broke? So I'm going to be going over both of them in this video. Now real quick, if you're new to my channel and you like jail related content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified as soon as a video touches down. Alright, so let's kick this off real quick. We're just going to go over the jails, and then we're going to go to the person. Now, I have more experience with being in jail with money and without money, but if you're in a jail that has board games, they have newer mats, and, you know, they got a lot more activities for you to do, and their food is a lot better than other jails, like you're getting fed chicken and waffles for breakfast. And that was something we got fed at one of the jails because it was an immigration hold. They got $350 a day from the feds to house one of these inmates. And you were in a pod with like at least 8 or 9 of them. So the jail was making really good money off housing ICE detainees. So the whole jail benefited, and they had to go by certain guidelines. They had to spend so much money on these illegals, whether it was going to regular citizens or the illegals. They had to do certain things in order to pass to be an immigration hold. But when like an immigration person comes in, they have to provide them with underwear, socks, sandals, and an Inogen pack, basically. Now when we go in, they wouldn't give you underwear and socks, but they would give you sandals and the Inogen pack, and you got better food. Versus one county over, you're eating bologna sandwiches every night for dinner, and instead of chicken and waffles, you're eating oatmeal every morning. So you can definitely tell a difference between the two jails. One has money, one don't. And I was one of those people that before I got locked up, I remember hearing people say, yeah, they starve you to death in there. I was only eating like one time a day, like one meal, and I might snack here and there throughout the day. But once I got locked up, even though I was getting 3 meals a day, you're just so bored. That's all you want to do is eat because you're bored. So you feel like you're way hungrier than you actually are. Jail will definitely test your mental capability, because if you're in jail and you don't get no money, it sucks. You don't have nothing to look forward to. At least if you're getting money on your account, you're looking forward to your commissary coming in, because commissary day in there is the biggest day of the week. It's almost like Christmas every week. Even if you know what you're getting, it's still just waiting for it to arrive, and once they come in with it, you know, all the excitement, it's just a different atmosphere. But if you're not getting nothing, you're not looking forward to anything. You're like, oh, it's another commissary day, great. You know, maybe I can bum a couple shots of coffee. Like, you know, it's just, nothing is yours. So that's what takes a lot of people. You could be the nicest person in the world, but that'll take you to another level, because you're watching all these people get commissary, get visits, being on the phone. If you don't have that, then you're envious of them. And I've seen a lot of people that's completely normal, nicest person in the world, and they'll go rob somebody in jail, but it's just because they don't have anything. They want what other people have. That's just the human nature. Alright, so when you're in jail and you have somebody putting money on your account, so you're getting a lot of commissary in, you're getting visits, phone minutes, life is good. Life is good, and you'll have people that'll come up and be like, hey man, can I get a bite of that? And you're like, nah, like, get out of here. You know, you almost look down on people. And you don't mean to, but you're talking behind their back or whatever, like freaking bum. But if you get locked up, and I've been that person to where I've told many people, like, nah, you know, like, there ain't a lot to go around, I'm already sharing with 2 people, and then I get locked up a year later and I don't have nobody to put money on my account. So then I'm that guy that's starving, asking for shots of coffee, it's just funny how karma can flip on you. So you really just gotta keep in mind what other people are going through, because they're watching all these other people get money, talking on the phone, getting visits, and they're not getting nothing. So that can push a person to do stuff that they normally wouldn't do. Like, they could be a pastor out on the street, but you put them in the right situation in jail, and they could be in there robbing people. Because, you know, your mind kicks into that fight or flight mode. You know, you feel like you're starving. You're going to do anything to fix that. It's almost like being a drug addict. You know, you'll do anything for that high. But that is one thing with getting money in jail. You cannot share with everybody. When I got locked up, I figured nothing would really change in me as far as being in or out. I didn't know that jail was a completely different beast. Like, once you go to jail, it's completely different. It's not like being outside. People are not nice. They're not courteous. You know, not like with food and stuff like that. Like, they might have a good conversation with you. You know, you might link up with some pretty cool people, you know, but as far as how it is on the outside, like if somebody was to walk up to me right now and say, hey, I'm hungry, I'm going to be like, shoot, you know, shit, what do you want? A ham sandwich? You want some cereal? You want to come by for dinner? But when you're in there and somebody asks, it's like, I can't help you. Like, you got to get up out of here. That's just how it is. Because you have limited resources, and your people are paying an arm and a leg for the stuff you do have, and you don't want to run out and be that very same person. So I get both sides of it. But you just got to be very cautious of the guy that don't have anything, because sometimes they will take it to another level and do things that they normally wouldn't do. But it definitely sucks to be broke in jail, because the last 13 months I did in county jail, I didn't have one person put money on my account at all. My account stayed at zero the whole time, but the last 6 months I did end up working at the animal shelter, where I was able to get tobacco dropped off from other inmates, and I would bring that in and sell tobacco in the jail. So it all worked out. I was selling the pouches for $1 a pouch. There was 18 pouches in a can, so roughly off each can I was making $18. So if I would bring in 5 cans of dip, I would get 2.5 cans. So I was making pretty decent money to where I was able to buy pops and buy noodles off people, get whatever I needed the last 6 months. But the first 7 months, I struggled, because there was other people, though, that, you know, kind of helped me out along the way, just because I was on their street. They worked outside at the litter crew, and they would bring in dip, and when they went back to work, they would need somebody to hold their dip, and since I wasn't working outside at the time, they would give me their dip to hold while they worked. Now, I took all the risk, because if they came in and shook us down and I was caught with 2 cans of dip, that was on me. I was going to the hole. Now, of course, they would hook me up and give me like $2 or $3 a day, you know, just to hold the dip. And once they got in from work, they would take the dip back until that night, and they'd hand it back to me. So the one thing to take away from this, if you're at a good jail, you really don't need a lot of commissary. But if you get locked up in a bad jail that don't have no money, they're broke, they're feeding their inmates crumbs, basically, you're screwed if you don't get money on your account. That's all I got on this video. If y'all want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or if you would like to follow me on TikTok, it's all under Locked Up 365. I'm going to leave the links. That's all I got on this video. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, I do a lot of crazy stuff on TikTok also. I'm going to leave the links in the description below. Thanks for watching Locked Up 365.